we already know that we have to be on social media to nurture and cater to our audience. But I normally see two things. One, we're posting, but we're not seeing any kind of results at all. Or two, we're posting, but not on a consistent basis. This is why we need a content strategy. Let's get right into it. So the first thing you want to do for a content strategy is figure out what your goal is. Let's say some examples of your goals: brand awareness, conversions, followers, leads, website clicks. And this is all now going to give you some purpose of creating content. Now, the second part is resources. You're going to hear from other people, post every single day, post multiple things a day. I'm more realistic with what are your resources? Do you have team members that can actually create the content, that can post the content? What is your realistic life schedule? Can I show up 5 times a week? Can I show up 4 times a week? Pick that out before we execute on anything else. Think of a blank calendar. Try themes. Let's think of basic themes that you could bring for your company and your business. You could do motivational Mondays, tip Tuesdays, wacky Wednesdays if you want to be silly with your content. Theme your stuff out so it's not so overwhelming and we can better focus on the content that you're actually creating for that day. Another thing to think about is, do we already have content? You do not have to create brand new content all the time. You may have a vault of content that you haven't used, or that you used maybe 2-3 months ago, a year ago, 5 years ago. What content that you already have that we can put into our new content strategy for this week or for this month? The next step is figuring out what platform that you're going to be publishing on and what are the features that you use the most. For right now, we're going to be talking about Instagram. Do we do lives more? Do we do reels, stories, regular feed? When you're planning out your content strategy, these are going to be important because you're going to focus on that main feature and repurpose for the rest. So you don't have to create stories and reels and Instagram live, all of those at one time. You don't have to do that. You just have to focus on 1 or 2 things and repurpose the rest. So I'm big on examples. I could tell you all day what to do, but if it doesn't relate to you, you're not going to get it. Let's start with an actual product. I'm going to use an example of a juice. We're going to say from Monday through Friday is going to be this strategy. So on Monday, let's go on an educational route. Let's talk about the benefits of juicing. If I'm talking about feed posts, I'm going to do a carousel, or I'm going to do a checklist of what are some of the benefits. And I'm going to take that same idea and repurpose it for stories. And I'm going to get in front of the camera and talk about the benefits of juicing. So this is everything for Monday. So on Tuesday, we're going to focus more on community. This is all great for brand awareness. Let's do a group picture of people drinking the actual juice and go do a caption describing what is happening in the picture, maybe a call to action. And what I'm going to do on stories is take that same exact picture and actually tag the product so people know where to buy it from. Wednesday, we're going to do more of like a behind the scenes and the journey of your brand. We're going to take either a picture or a video of somebody actually going into the store and buying the juice. So for stories, I'm actually going to tag some of the stores that have the juice so it can help our customers and our followers to know exactly where to get the product. So on Thursday, I'm gonna go with a typical theme. I'm gonna go with Throwback Thursdays. But for juice, how can we do that? What was and what wasn't. So on the feed, I'm gonna show you a whole bunch of juices, and then I'm gonna show you a whole bunch of empty ones, showing that people are actually drinking these juices. Now on stories, I'm gonna encourage everybody who follows us to do a before and after, whether it is weight, whether it's them drinking the juice, however they feel like doing it. A before and after would be dope to see. Bonus tip, use the add your sticker. What this is going to do is allow your community to participate and engage with your stories by uploading their own pictures and videos. Now we're up to Friday. This is where we're going to use user-generated content. Do testimonials. Get people to talk about your product and share it on your feed. And then you could do like a customer takeover. Allow somebody to do a day in the life of them using the juices and putting it on your stories. So before I get to the next example, I need you to go below and hit that like button for me, okay? Now let's go to the next example. Let's talk about service-based, actually in more location-based as well, and that's photography. So on Monday, let the theme be memories. So on feed, I'm gonna do a carousel of one memory that I love from a particular wedding. On stories, I'm just gonna do best memories. I'm gonna show the best pictures pictures that I have on my stories that particular day. So on Tuesday is going to be educational. You want to think about what is going to add value to your followers. So on feed, we're going to talk about what are the best key moments to capture for your wedding. On stories, we're actually going to poll people based off that same theme. If we're capturing the kiss, show 2 pictures and say which one captured the kiss best, A or B. For reels, you could do a do's and don'ts. Do hire you. Don't hire Uncle Harry that has an iPad to shoot your whole wedding. Be funny. So on Wednesday, we're going to go in the inspirational route. We're going to do looks. So on your feed, you're going to show different looks for different brides and grooms based off what you've shot. On stories, we're going to use the add yours stickers and have them upload some of their favorite brides and grooms pictures. So Thursday, I'm going to stick with the Throwback Thursday theme. So on your feed, we're going to go from start to finish what it takes to shoot a wedding. You could do this in a carousel or you could do this in a video. So for stories, it's going to be a little bit more organic. It's going to be you recording it on your phone, interview with the bride and the groom, some of the guests there. It's just a more organic feel of exactly what you did on your feed. For Friday, we're going to go more in the testimonial route, user-generated content. Now, let's talk about live. Why don't we actually bring a past couple who had your services and do a quick interview with them? For your regular feed, show some of your best testimonials, whether it's one, whether you do a carousel, and then on your stories, do some highlights of your best testimonials with some of the pictures that came with that particular wedding. So now that we have all this content, there's 2 ways to post it. 1, we can post it right on our phone or on our desktop. 2, you can schedule out your posts. You can use Business Suite and Creator Studio. On the Business Suite, you can actually schedule out your stories as much as you want. And to learn more about scheduling and Creator Studio, something that's going to pop up on the screen, click that so you can get to know more.